Hello.
Hello, teacher. Good evening.
Hi. Hi, Anne.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
Welcome back again.
Yes.
I'm so happy to
Sorry
see
because
you.
yesterday um, I have I have a dinner with my customer, but we finished too late.
Okay. Oh, I see. It's okay. Yes, it's okay. Basically, that is connected to your work. So, right? So you have to.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, how are you today, Anne?
Um, we have some problem with related to financial statement with customer.
Why?
So I need to focus and resolve it in this week
Oh,
and have
okay.
a little stress.
A bit of stressed
Yeah,
for today. Okay, you can do it because you always keep telling me some of the problems that you usually encountered.
yeah.
And basically, all of that are been solved already, right? So I believe in you
Thank
that
you.
you can do it. So, Anne, I hope you can hear me well so that we
Yeah,
can start our discussion for tonight, okay?
okay.
Okay, so last class that we have, that would be Monday night, and then we still have some remaining slides, right? From
Yes,
the topic progress meeting. And
yes,
then I chose three slides, okay? So I have here the three slides more. Before
yes,
that, I just want to ask you about our main topic, which is progress meeting, right? So, from our discussion last Monday, can you please tell me what can you say when we talk about progress meeting?
oh, in a meeting about progress meeting, we have some um, some 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 words to describe about progress meeting.
Okay.
Status, status, status. It's
Yes, correct. Status.
yeah, status. Um, it's I think it is a background information when we start a meeting.
Okay.
Yes, and we have prototype, alpha version and beta version. Meaning is have a related meaning.
Okay, correct.
Yeah.
So, those three
Prototype is
words.
the first example
Mm-hmm.
of a product or a service
Okay.
when we are launching to the market. And
Okay.
the alpha version is means um, the 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 the
And
version after prototype or
all
when
right. So,
it
an early form of
it's
a new
like
product.
a draft version.
Hello? What did you say?
I think alpha version is like a draft version.
Yes.
Yeah, and the last we have beta version.
Okay, which is the last part.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, yes.
And then, what can you say about the beta version?
Sorry,
What can you say again when we talk about the beta version?
the beta version is the last version uh, we
We
we test
have. Okay.
we have
Yes.
at before we launching it to the market.
Okay. Correct. So,
Yes,
what about on the say productive?
productive is in um the mm, to
To
count
produce, okay.
Yes.
To
To have.
produce, or I mean to say, is to produce a lot of things each day,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So when it comes into progress meeting, it's like producing well the
Yes.
progress. Okay, what are the
Yeah.
progress for today's meeting that we
I
held?
think a productive is described about we achieve the targets of meeting or not.
Yes, okay. It is also acceptable, all right? And then I always
Yes.
told you, when we say productive, it is not just about the company or the business, but rather within ourselves, okay?
Yes. Yes.
I could say that you is a productive person every day because you work hard for your work, okay? Something like that. So you can use
Yes.
to describe someone, or yes, a group of people about productive or productivity, okay, to produce more in each
Yes.
day. Okay, so good. All in all, when we say progress meeting, of course, when we held a specific meeting inside a company, there are always a progress, okay, and that is
Yes.
the purpose of a meeting, to have a progress. Okay, so sometimes we experience some problems while in the meeting, but in the end
Yes.
of the day, you will see the good result of it. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
specifically if you and your group of the employees inside are have the good hang with each other. Okay, so the
Yes.
good bond with each other, that is very important. Okay,
Yes.
so I think we can go to the next slide, but I want you to read again some of these words. Okay.
Yes. Status, productive, alpha version, beta version, prototype,
Okay, so can you say,
cross track,
okay, can you say prototype?
prototype,
Type?
prototype,
Okay. So, and then,
prototype,
yes, correct, already. So, can you say version?
version.
Okay. So, let's proceed to the next one. So, last night, since I don't have enough time, okay, we
Yes.
missed out this part, okay? One of the important part of our lesson is to talk about the progress reports. So, our
Yes.
topic is about progress meetings, right? So, you know what, Anne? It is like making an email to someone. Okay,
Yes.
when we made an email to someone, to be clients related to the company or products inside the company, it's like we are making an email and we use a format. Okay, we
Yes.
usually use a format, or let's say, if you're going to write a letter for me, okay, you keep using a format, which is very important part. That is also related to progress reports. Okay, so after the meeting, then you have to do the progress reports, and this covered the three important things. Okay, the opening, the body, and the closing. So you
Yes.
will notice from these reports, the opening part and then the last part of your report are not totally detailed. Okay, because all the detailed things are provided in the body part of the
Yeah.
reports. Okay, which is normally used. Right,
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that you keep making an emails like this, having some opening part. So I want you to know, Anne, when it comes into opening, this is usually the purpose, or what is the nature of the project you're talking about in the meeting, right? So you have to be specific, at least 1 to 2 lines. Okay,
Yes.
and then, of course, the body, providing the background, describe the work completed, and so on.
Yes.
And the closing part, this will be the generalization. You're going to discuss, okay, generalized, the
Yeah.
summary of future activities and completion date. Okay, this is a progress reports. All right, so we can go to the last part, useful phrases. Read and repeat the key phrases. Okay, so in a progress meeting, of course, there are always some questions, right? when holding a meeting, you keep asking some questions. And these are some examples, questions, and some examples, answers that you will hear, or let's say you can say to the meeting, okay? For example, what status with? Okay, so the
What
intonation,
is started with?
okay? What's the status with? Alright, so
Yeah.
the intonation is always high in the end of the phrase. So don't forget that, Anne, because you know what, sometimes maybe one of your colleague will going to be wonder, oh, why is the intonation of Anne while asking a question is so high in the end of the phrase. So they are
Yeah.
going to be wondered, right? But it's like it's a good thing, okay, because
Yeah,
you
teacher.
are using the proper way, okay, so that they are going to be amazed. Oh, Anne has a good intonation, even if she's just asking a question, something like that, okay. So you know what, Anne? Every time I talk to someone, I always keep using an intonation.
Yeah.
Yes, that is very important. So, can you please read the last two questions?
What's the status with? The product is percent complete.
Okay. So, that is your example. All right. So, what
Yeah.
about, can you read first the last two questions? Could you give?
Could you give us the latest on?
And the last one?
Uh, are we on track with the schedule?
Okay.
Schedule.
Schedule.
Schedule. Schedule.
Okay, correct. So, how will you say this word in Vietnam?
Uh,
A bit of confusing.
very difficult to explain, teacher.
Very difficult. Okay, so take a look at the answers, example answers that you can say. Okay, for example, you are in the meeting, and
Yes.
then one of the colleagues is going to ask a question, or your boss, or one of the head of the meeting. Okay, so you can try to use some of these lines when
Yes.
you're going to answer.
I am happy to report.
Yes.
As I reported last week, as agreed, we have very good progress with. We are way ahead of schedule. We are halfway through
Plus, yes, a verb ing.
the product is uh, percent complete.
Okay, so thank you for reading some of these lines. Just don't forget it, okay? I'm
Yes,
sure that it is very helpful for you. And
yes,
then I just want to say that I love your ending sound. Yes, you got it perfectly, like report,
yeah.
week, agreed, with. Okay, I can hear the perfect and the good ending sound of the word. So just maintain it, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so we already done with the progress meeting, and then let's jump
Work
with
progress.
the progress. Basically, this is connected too. Okay,
Yes,
so I have a question to you. Okay,
yes.
for today's work that you have, okay, in the morning until the end of the day,
Yes.
what is the your work progress for today?
Today,
Yes.
I focus on resolve the problem related to financial statement with a big customer. They claim that we have a wrong number in some history statement.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yes, but it's last year I am not responsible for this customer. In the last year is a other sales supervisor, but now she like Coca-Cola, is not work
Oh,
now. Yeah, so I need to divide the problem. and finding the reason, check the data with finance department, and we have some emailed uh, extra information, but it's still not okay now, and we
Oh,
see
okay, I see.
tomorrow.
But at least, what the example you gave is about working progress, okay?
Yeah.
So that is a good example. So we can go to the next slide here. So this is my follow-up question to you. Let's talk about your job, okay? So you always keep telling me your title in a job is, what is your job title?
Um, uh,
maybe maybe you are confusing because you are all in one.
account development manager, teacher,
Ac-
senior account development manager,
okay. Senior account.
development manager.
Oh, wow. Senior account development manager. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk about your job. Okay, so since our topic is work,
Yes.
what do you do as a senior accountant de-
I need to
developer?
write a whole a paper to describe about my job.
Is it too too long?
Yeah.
Give me specific thing. One. One thing you usually do. You always do.
Oh, sign a new contract with big customer and maintain relationship with them.
Okay. So my next question is, what are the difficulties do you have at work?
Mm, convert a new customer from competitor.
Okay. What
Yeah.
about, do you have to complete work following the deadlines always?
Mm.
No. What do you think?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I always try, but it is not sure to say it 100%.
Oh, okay, I see. My question now is, did you ever fail a deadline?
Of course,
And
it's
how did you deal with it?
oh, the first I will send to my manager an email to explain about this, or just announce to her Zalo about my deadline, my new deadline.
Okay, your new deadline. All right,
Yeah,
I see. I am
I think
also.
that miss a deadline mm, is not best totally if you have announcement to your manager.
Okay, I see. But I believe that there are some bosses that are bosses.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
they are so strict, right? So what are the things you did? For example, one of your boss is so strict, so you failed to do the report or something. The deadline. You have a
Oh,
deadline.
I think that is very easy to understand, and you need to control your responsibility. And sometimes when you get the job, get the task from your manager, you need to know it is urgently or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a
And
good thing.
some urgently situation, you need to complete in any way.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like an options, right? You still
Yeah.
have an option to do
Yeah.
that. Okay. So tonight, Anne, we are going to learn some words. Okay, under work
Milestone.
progress. Okay. So
Yeah.
read out loud. Let's start with the first one.
Milestone. An important event in the development of something.
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 Okay. So, are you familiar with this milestone?
Yes, teacher.
As always. Okay, let me give you an example. For example, he felt that moving out of his parents' home was okay, was a real milestone in his life.
But
Basically,
that
this is
moving out
just
uh, will make his life. Yes.
yes, okay,
Uh,
a very simple
an
example.
independent person.
Yes. So like in work, right? Like in job
Yeah.
that we have. That is what we call
Yeah.
as milestone because we are
Yeah.
looking
Milestone.
forward to the development of something. Okay?
Yes.
So what about when we say complexity?
Complexity. The state of having many parts and being difficult to understand or find an answer to.
Okay? What can you say about complexity?
Oh, I think it's like my situation.
Your situation.
I have no idea until now, teacher.
Okay. So, of course, this is a bit of stressed, okay,
Yeah.
because it's about a complicated, okay? A factor involve a complicated process or situations like what you are experiencing as always.
Yeah.
So, let's have this one. Cushion.
Cushion. Cushion.
Okay, can you say Q?
Cushion.
Okay, correct.
Yeah. Oh, I make up to a girl.
Can you say it again?
That's just for fun, teacher.
Okay.
That's teacher. Cushion is a name of some makeup tool.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
correct. And then one of my student a while ago, she is asking about Kyushin. If she told me, teacher, can I use Kyushin whenever I make an email to my client? Basically, Anne, when
Yeah.
Kyushin has its different meanings, okay? So you are
Yeah.
correct. This is part of a makeup kit, right? And also, this is what they call as the pillow.
Yes.
Okay, Kyushin is also a pillow, but when it comes into business terms,
Yes.
Kyushin is also part of it. Okay, it serves as a noun.
Extra times given in case.
Yes, it's like if you already reached the deadline and you don't have any chance.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Yeah.
are, yes, you are suggesting, can I have an extra time to continue this?
Our manager needs to know about Kyushu.
Yes, exactly. And in another, in addition, it's like soften the hardness, okay, in order to work progress. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's why that is part of a makeup kit, and then it is a pillow to soften, okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the next one.
Estimate.
Estimate.
Estimate. Suggest or calculate the cost, size, value of something.
Okay,
Something.
this is about, of course, the approximate calculation
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
something, which is very important part of working progress. And then the last
Yeah.
one is also one of the
Analyze.
important thing.
Yeah.
Analyze.
Analyze.
Okay.
To study something in a systematic and careful way.
Okay. Can you say systematic?
Systematic.
Okay, correct. So, Anne, before we move on to the next slide, can you please tell me, explain to me, analyze?
Analyze.
Yes?
Oh, I think that is a important step when you decide to when you make a decision, a final decision. You need to cover information, define the reason, and grab some methods. And analyze is a step to help you to help you uh, get more information and
Yes,
handle
okay.
the things
Exactly. To
with
get more
right.
information, that is one of the keyword for this analyze, okay? To
Yes,
get more information, to research something,
yes,
analyzation in a systematic way. Okay? You
yes.
are analyzing something but in a good way, in a careful way, all right?
Yes.
So, let's
Very good job.
yes. So, let's have oh, another one. Oh, it's like it's like you need to read again.
Yes.
Okay, some of the words.
Milestone, complexity, estimate, analyze,
Okay, so can you say analyze?
analyze,
Analyze.
analyze,
Okay, correct. Basically, the stressed syllable is like ana,
and
analyze.
yes,
Okay, so can you say
analyze,
miles? Miles.
mouse, mouse,
Okay, correct. Milestone.
milestone.
All right. So my question here is if you can explain to me all these words. Okay.
Yes,
So just a bit of explanation. Let's start with cushion.
yes. A cushion is a extra stamp or extra something to given um
Okay.
given to
To continue, right?
yes,
So
yes.
yes, to continue the something, to continue something. Okay, before the deadline.
Milestone is a very important event um, in a process or a progress.
Okay, so because it is talk about the development, okay, the continuous development of something, and then
Yeah.
what about this?
Uh, Complexity, um, a very difficult situation,
Okay,
um, very difficult level of something.
all right, so something complicated
Yeah,
process, okay, and then estimate.
estimate. When you count or calculate something.
Okay, correct. Approximate calculation, and the last one, analyze.
That analyze
The
a
last part.
very important step to collect information and
Okay.
come to a decision.
All right. So very good. It seems like you really understand some
Yeah,
of the discussions that we have for tonight. And since it's
yeah,
already time, and I
yeah.
hope that you learned something from our
Yes,
discussion tonight. Okay.
of course.
Wow. Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you for attending our class tonight. I am so
Yeah,
happy.
nice to meet you too, teacher.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
And
see
I hope you
you
have a good
tomorrow.
night and see you again tomorrow. Take care on your job, okay? You can do
Yeah,
it. Thank
thank you.
you.
I hope so. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a good night.